What's up, everybody? First things first, I just want to address that I buzzed off all of my own hair in a fit of absolute quarantine rage. I just took buzzers and I just said, fuck it. That's it. It's done. Just done. Gone. Off. Most of you are used to seeing me with a hat on, so maybe we'll just do that, just so we don't freak anybody out. Oh yeah, all right, there we go. A little bit nicer. How does that look? Is that good? Is that good? Yeah, you can still tell it's weird. It's like a buzzed head situation. Hello, everybody. Hello. I don't have coronavirus, so let's not go into that. I said corn stream because everyone is quarantined, okay? It's funny, I started editing a frag movie the other day. So today I'm going to be editing some Valorant content. For those of you that don't know, Valorant is Riot's new first-person shooter game. Director of one of studios at Team Liquid, so I have access to a bunch of stuff before the public gets released. The game to the public gets released. So the information embargo has been lifted, and a bunch of content has been coming out. So I did this thing. Hold on, let's see. Here, I'll just drop this into After Effects real quick. Thank you, Eric, for the retweet. So I did this video. That goes at the very beginning of all of our Team Liquid content. And I got a couple people DMing me and asking me how I did this video and how I animated all this stuff. So this is actually slightly complicated in the way that I did this, this video. So basically, let me show you what I was given. All right, this is what was given to me. It's right here, right here, right here. Closed beta key art. All right, so this is the image that was given to me. And so I just had this image to work with, right? So this is the image that I got. So basically what I did in After Effects was I cut every single character out individually. I replaced the logo in the background with the Valorant logo. I redid by hand every little one of these background elements. I replaced the floor. I cut out the shadows. So I basically gave myself full control over everything. And you can see, let me go to full resolution on this guy so we can actually zoom in here. Hold on. All right, so now I'm going to zoom in here. You can see that I did some like hair movement on Viper here. Viper is this chick in the middle. I did some like puppet tool hair movement, so her hair is kind of like moving along with everything else. But this entire little motion graphic was taken from one still image, so I had complete motion graphic control over everything. And you can kind of see here the floor leaves where it's currently at and then wipes up through the logo and then kind of wipes everything away. So kind of a technical thing. I added some smoke here, some glitchy effects. Yeah, all of these little handheld elements back here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it changes from Defy the Limits, which is this text up here. Let me zoom in. So right up here it says Defy the Limits. Oops. And then once it clicks over into the Liquid one, it says Let's Go Liquid. 200 IQ. All right, so I'm going to open up my project file basically for this so you guys can kind of see what I did here for this little opening animation thing. It took me about, it was like maybe 3.5 hours from start to finish to do all this stuff. But today on stream, I thought it'd be cool to do another one so we can pick which one you guys want to use. So I'll give you some options here. We got this cool jet one, which is pretty sick. We have a couple different jet ones. So we got this one here. That one's pretty sick. That one's probably the easiest one to do a cool motion graphic with, to be honest. So a lot of jet ones, the Valorant logo. We got a Phoenix one here, Phoenix and jet together. Maybe we can do some sort of cool like fire animation on the orb and stuff, make his hand glow, that kind of stuff. Could be pretty cool. Got a Viper one here. We can do some sort of smoke effect coming out of her little, you know, glove thing. I don't know too much about the game yet because it's not publicly available yet. All I know is the gameplay that I've watched so far. But yeah, thought it'd be cool. Let me open up this other project file first. Gameplay. Don't save. All right, let me check up on chat. Oh, let me do my normal thing right here. This little link right here will invite you to the Learn How to Edit Stuff Discord. If you guys go to this link right here, you can join in the Discord a little bit later in the stream, maybe in like an hour or two. I'm going to be asking you guys to submit links in the Discord, and we'll review your own edits. So if you guys are going to stick around for the whole stream, definitely get those links ready and join the Discord in the meantime. And this guy right here, smarturl.it/LHTES, will get you a free trial to Epidemic Sound. All of the background music that you're going to be listening to during the stream today is all courtesy of Epidemic Sound, my personal favorite royalty-free music site in the world. They're amazing. They basically run like a record label, not a royalty-free music site. All of their music is really, really good, and it's really cheap. It's $15 a month for unlimited use of their entire library for your YouTube channel. You can monetize and go on Instagram and Twitter and all this other stuff as well. So if you use this link, you can get a free trial on me. I get paid if you sign up for a free trial. So it's a win-win, win-win-win all around. So Discord here, Epidemic Sound here. The free flyers say, or he or they, I don't know if it's multiple people, your videos help me a lot. Thank you. Son of a Pizza Man is here. Hello. Dr. Jones is here. He doesn't even know what's going on, but he's still here. And you know what? That's the kind of attitude that we need here, Dr. Jones. I respect it. Please tell me how to make an alien distorted video. We might get there. We might get there. Am I going to show some 3D tracking in AE? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I wanted to open up this After Effects project. So hold on. This is going to... What? Wait, why does this have a red X over it? Oh, do I need to... Oh, I see. Hold on. What? And click OK after activation. I 100% have a valid... Oh, I'm not signed in. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, this is annoying. I just updated Windows recently, so it's, okay. Okay. Please hold. There we go. Okay, it says up to date. Universe. Oh, it's not updated. What? Was there an update for this? I don't want to update this right now. Can I just click OK here? All right, guys, we're going to update Red Giant Universe. So while this is happening, I'm going to close out of this real quick. All right, so while I'm updating Red Giant Universe, we're going to talk to chat. Can you please say Bowie is bad at Brawl? Is it Bowie or Bowie? Bowie. Bowie is bad at Brawl. Why do you have so little people in your live stream? You deserve more. Well, thanks for drawing attention to the fact that I don't have anybody in the stream. All right, there are 50 people in the stream, okay? And if there was one person in the stream, I'd still be doing it because I didn't put out a video this week on my channel, and sorry. You know? Life happens, the quarantine happens. We're about to hit 200K. on the YouTube channel pretty soon, which is very exciting. Very exciting stuff. 200,000 people wanted to see this fucking idiot edit videos, which is pretty cool. Charlie Armstrong in the chat. For those of you that are just joining, we are very excitedly updating Red Giant Application Manager. Wow, this is really fun stuff, guys. The free flyers is at 99 subs. Congratulations. Look, any amount of subscribers on your YouTube channel is an accomplishment in itself. All right, Red Giant Application Manager has been updated. See, this is what happens when you update Windows, guys. This is what happens when you update Windows. Okay, installed. What on earth? It uninstalled everything? Why would it do that? What? Oh my god, I'm so tilted right now. Okay, well, I'm going to install... I guess I'm going to install Universe again because it uninstalled it randomly. Wait, I don't believe that. Hold on. So wait, where is this? When was that? Oh, it was from 2019. So the Red Giant Application Manager is this thing right here. It has my email address on it, but I don't want to show that because all of you people. So basically, all the products that you've purchased from Red Giant, you can install them on your computer. And it manages the application because you can only use the software if you own it. So I went ahead and bought the Red Giant Complete Suite, which is the Magic Bullet Suite, the Shooter Suite, the Trap Code Suite, the Universe Suite, and the VFX Suite, because every single product that Red Giant makes is unbelievable and amazing. And they're a sweet company. They make really, really dope plugins. And that's some nerd shit that I just get excited about. It's okay, you guys, we're almost done installing Universe. Everything's gonna be fine. I think the only thing I'm using is Universe in that motion graphic, so once we install that, we should be totally fine. Get a Mac? No, because I don't want to spend $10 billion on something that I can build myself. You know, I got a nice little PC set up over here, and for those of you that said I have Corona, you're right. I do have Corona. Do you know how cheap Corona beer is now? Do you have any idea? My God. The market is ripe. Ripe. All right, we're catching up on chat. I used your code for the transition pack recently, and let me say, it has changed my life. Thank you, Arrow. Everybody, take a little lesson from Arrow. Okay, installed. There we go. Universe, great. Agree, continue. Open source fonts for presets, okay, yeah. Everybody take a page out of Arrow's book. He used my affiliate code and went and bought something that I recommended, and it changed his life. That's what happens when you listen to your boy Naughty and Sans when it comes to video editing, okay? That's what happens. I recommend something, it changes your life. This link here, I'm recommending it, all right? Change your life. This link here, recommending it. Gonna change your life. TLDR of Red Giant's function. I actually have a video on my channel called Red Giant Complete where I go over all of my favorite functionalities of Red Giant Complete, which is the whole Red Giant suite. Everything available in Red Giant is available a la carte as well, so you can just go in and get Universe, you can just go in and get Trap Code, but the whole suite, especially if you're a student, I think the price per year is $299. For regular people like me, it was $700, but if you're a student, you can get the academic license for $300, which ends up being like $25 a month. It is probably the most worth software pack I think you can probably buy today for video editing purposes. What's my elo? I'm pretty terrible at League of Legends. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, who's I playing last night? I got forced to play bot lane. I'm a top laner. I got forced to play bot lane. I was playing Ashe. I was doing all right. I was doing okay. I like the bot lane. What PC specs do I have? I have a 8900K CPU, i9. No, do I? I don't know. Hold on, let me see. I have an i7 8700K. I am overclocking it right now. So I think I'm overclocking to like 4.2 gigahertz, maybe 4 gigahertz. I'm overclocking it a little bit. I have 32 gigs of RAM. I believe it is HyperX Predator DDR4 RAM. And I have, where's my GPU information? It's the NVIDIA Titan XP Collector's Edition, like Star Wars Collector's Edition graphics card. Somebody gave it to me as a gift. I don't know why it's not up here, but really the CPU is kind of the thing I think that matters the most for a lot of this stuff. So yeah, I have the i7 8700K. Fun stuff. All right, Universe is taking its sweet ass time. Have I thought about making tutorials for other editing softwares? Yes, I have, but I've spent a tremendous amount of time learning the ins and outs of all the Adobe stuff. So I figured, why can't you join my server? I don't know. Let me find out. Let me know if anybody else is having issues joining the server. Oh god, what was I saying? Oh, other editing software. Yeah, I feel like I'm an expert on the Adobe stuff, so I feel like I should be using my expertise to teach in the thing that I am an expert at, right? So there's kind of no point in teaching another software that I don't know about because I'm an expert at this. So I'm giving you my expertise. If you guys have any tutorial suggestions, I'm seeing some tutorial suggestions coming into the stream. If you join this Discord server, which I tested before the stream, so I don't know why you're having problems. But if you go to this Discord server, you can drop in your tutorial suggestions in the tutorial suggestions chat, and I will look at those later. So I'm not going to answer any tutorial suggestions on stream right now, but you can drop them in the Discord. Do I know how to fix motion tile 30,000 pixel error in After Effects? I have no idea what that is. Let's see. You've got the motion tile effect applied somewhere, and you've possibly got it cranked up much higher than you probably need it to be. Locate the instances of motion tile in your project and see if you can decrease the height and width settings in the effect without affecting the way it looks. There you go. Guys, a simple Google search will get you the answers that you seek. Why did it uninstall all of my plugins? This is so aggravating. I don't even know if it's moving. I'm trying to understand when and how physics is involved when it comes to motion design. What are some basic principles of physics in motion? The thing about motion design that's interesting is you don't really need to follow any laws of physics to a certain degree. Like, you can kind of just do whatever you want as long as it feels cool. Hey, we are jumping up, boys and girls. How much to charge for a 3-minute music video? So my whole thought process on what to charge is you have to kind of base your rate on your skill set. So if you know that you're not like a super great editor, or you don't have a lot of technical skill, but you're just trying to get better, you're going to want to price yourself lower. And my recommendation for pricing anything out as an editor is you're going to want to do price by the hour and not by the project. Because if you know, say somebody comes to you and they say, hey, I got $500 for you to do this video. Do you want to do it? And you go, hell yeah, absolutely. But then you end up working 40 hours on it. You know, you're making the equivalent of like less than $100 a day or something, or even more if you work more than 40 hours on it. So I would base your time on how many hours you are putting into the project. So you can say, hey, $30 an hour and I'll edit your video. And then at least you're getting paid fairly for your time. Yeah, I would say if you guys are talking to anybody about editing any video, do not price it by project unless it's somebody that you trust. Unless it's somebody that you trust. You have to trust the person. So, you know, as you build rapport with people and all these other things, you'll kind of learn who to trust. All right, Universe is installed and up to date. That is exciting. Now we can open that After Effects project. Don't touch your face, guys. Wash your hands. Hey, wash your hands. Are you washing your hands? I'm out, but this used to be valuable on the streets. The street value of this Purell was out of control. All right, After Effects. Do I use Cinema 4D? I would love to learn Cinema 4D, but the Discord link is flawed. Why does this always happen? Why? Every time. All right, let's go to invite.gg/learn-how-to-edit stuff. Oops. That's HH. What do you mean? What do you mean it's flawed? I literally just went to it right now. Are you kidding me? Here, I'll do an incognito one. I'm pretty sure this works. You guys are crazy. It literally just took me right to the server instantly. Yeah. Type it all lowercase. All lowercase. All right, we're finally opening up this Valorant project. Holy mother of God. So those of you that are just joining us, I'm working on some Valorant gameplay stuff for Team Liquid, which is where I work full time. And I'm going to quickly kind of break down this project because it's pretty massive. We're going to view it in third resolution because there's a 0% chance that this will actually play through. But let's just start off by looking at the kind of character breakdown that we have right here. So there's a lot going on. If I actually collapse all of these layers in After Effects, this is kind of what my project ended up looking like. So there's a lot of layers going on here. Most of these layers up here, actually almost all of them, are adjustment layers, which is giving it some effects and different looks and feels up here. So I'm going to turn all these off. So look at the difference when I turn these on and off. So this is what it looks like before I started adding all my effects. And then this is what it looks like after. So I'm basically doing like a silhouette and selective color, like kind of like red thing here, but we'll turn that off for now. So I was starting with an image, just with a still image. This is the image that I was sent. And they said, hey, this is the media kit for Valorant. So when the information embargo gets released, like this is what you're going to be able to use. So I was like, cool. So I saw this image and I said, okay, this would probably be perfect for like a motion graphics opener for all the Valorant content that we're going to do. So I took this and I turned it into, I'll just play you the actual one since we are back in it now. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so this is what I ended up making from that project, or from that still image. So I did a lot of replacing of different elements in this whole motion graphics opener, and I added a lot of stuff to it. So the one main thing I did was I cut out every single character from the image individually. I replaced the floor. I replaced the logo in the back so I could do like this little like logo like light sweep. You can see this light sweep that kind of happens over the logo right here. So I did a lot of stuff. So if we go back to the actual project right here, you can kind of see that every single character is cut out and everything is cut out on its own. So here's the Valorant logo right there. And it's coupled with these light leaks. I got some light leaks that just kind of go over the logo right here, which is giving it that glow in the background. I have each character individually cut out of the image. Right, so I have Sova here, cut out of the entire image. And he is just over top of the original image that I was given. So if I move him over to the side, you can see that his body is still here. It's still in the original image, but I have cut him out and I've kind of put him in front of the logo so I can start doing stuff to the logo as well as doing stuff to him, right? So he actually kind of animates in a little bit. He just scales in along with all the rest of the characters as just a quick scale. So if I look at those keyframes, he's scaling from 28 to 25. So as everybody comes in, that's what's happening. So Viper is kind of the one who's scaling the most. But basically I have every single person cut out individually from this whole thing. So I can turn on Phoenix, I can turn on Jet, I can turn on Viper. So I cut everybody out, and then I animated everything, and I redid the floor and stuff. So this is kind of how I think about this stuff, and what I was given, at least. I was given this still image, and then asked to kind of make something out of it, and this is what I came up with. And that kind of wipes into a Team Liquid one, retaining all the characters that are there. Where is it? So here, all the characters are still there. The floor is now blue. The background is now blue. I redid every element in this background. Look at this, guys. Like, for real. I went in and I basically traced every single thing that was in the original background. I remade. And so, like, this text, instead of it saying whatever that thing is, it says "Let's Go Liquid" instead. Instead of it saying "Defy the Limits," I went in and I put "Let's Go Liquid," and then basically I traced everything with shape layers. People sending me firm requests on Discord. I retraced everything that I could in shape layers to kind of retain the original design. And then I got rid of the original design, which left me with all of these different elements, all of these little tiny dots. And then I applied a gradient to it. So now it's doing a gradient from like whitish purple to dark blue. So then that kind of like sits over my new background here, and I have recreated that entire element. So a lot went into this, actually. And we're going to redo one today using one of the other assets that I have, so we can kind of like, I can show you my thought process on how to do this stuff. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Where did I stop? Okay, so that's where we start. Where am I supposed to ask? If you guys are joining the Discord server, there is a channel called Tutorial Requests. Any tutorial requests that you have, drop it in the Tutorial Requests channel. If that wasn't obvious, I mean, yikes. And this is just the standard video content they put out that you are working with. No, they gave me a media kit, which has a bunch of images and stuff in it. So they gave me this. And there's two folders with like release stuff in it. So there's some screenshot stuff, which is mainly just gameplay, which is like first look gameplay stuff. Which, okay, cool. Like that's whatever. I don't really care about that. But they gave me new art and logos, and then they gave me closed beta key art and already released art, which was this one, which I didn't really want to use. I didn't really find value in it because you couldn't see the characters. if I was going to do something like this, I would want to silhouette them myself instead of using one that's already silhouetted. Yeah, so then they gave me the closed beta key art, but I think the ones that we're going to be working with today on the stream is all this stuff. So we'll see. We'll have to make something cool. Let's see. This one's probably the one that I would want to use, just because it's it has the most to work with from a motion graphics standpoint. So I think this is the one that we'll work with today. What Windows file do I use? What does that mean? Oh, the viewer. It is Sear. It is called Sear. If you guys go to 12.io, that's the website, or 1218.io, because it costs $12.18, and that's the only reason I remember it. 1218.io. Oh, no. Yeah, it's 1218.io. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, here's the website. Super simple. You can download it. You get a free trial. It's a 3-day free trial. You could also get the free version, but it is $12.18 to buy, and it lets you preview all of the files on Windows just like you do on a Mac, which is great. It's super useful. You could preview ProRes files. You can preview MXF files. Like you can preview red raw video files through Sear, which is actually kind of crazy. All right, this is the last time I'm going to tell you about the Discord server, okay? This is the Discord server here. Tutorial requests, right here in text channels. So this is where you should post all of your tutorial requests. Okay, got it? Everybody got it? Great. Let's start a new project. Do I want to save this? No. All right, new composition. Great, we'll do 15 seconds. Cool. All right, which one were we going to use? It was this one. So drop that in there. And we'll use this logo. All right, so first things first, y'all. You got to start getting all of your elements kind of like segmented out in the video that you're going to be using. So I'm scaling it to fit. We'll do 50%. That should fit just nicely. So now what I'm seeing here is there's different elements on screen. There's the Valorant text, which I don't really foresee me using. There's all these little background elements, which I guess I'll just recreate for you guys on stream today so I can show you exactly how I did it, because it actually went fairly quickly. God, my beard is so itchy. Then we have the Valorant logo, and then we have Jet, our main character. And from seeing some gameplay footage, I know that this little swirl, this little gray swirl right here is an ability of hers. It's like a whirlwind type thing, so it like kind of swirls around. We could choose to use it, we could choose to not use it. I could come in here and kind of like recreate this part of the knife with some clone stamping and stuff if we wanted to completely get rid of this gray swoosh, but we'll see when we get there. I think the key to this is going to be cutting her out first. So this is what it takes, guys, and this is the amount of time we're going to do it all live. There's no editing tricks. There's no fast forward through anything. God, my nose. Holy mother. So I'm going to take my pen tool, and I'm just going to start cutting her out. Now, a lot of people like to be like... Oh, wait, I'm not even cutting her out. Holy... A lot of people like to be pixel perfect with this stuff. I truly don't think that you need to be, because you can just be a little bit sloppy with this and then go back in and kind of refine your mask afterwards. And because we're going to be using similar colors in the background, it's okay if the background is going to bleed onto her hair a little bit, right? Like I'm not going to go into these pixels right here in her hairline. That seems kind of like a waste of time. And you're just going to want to follow it as best as you possibly can. Is that part of her? Yeah, that's part of her outfit. And again, we don't have to be pixel perfect here. It's nice that it's a video game model though, because it's like slightly less organic with like a lot less curves involved. Also, if you guys want to change your mask color to something that you can see, you can change the outline color in After Effects. Because I was using a dark green mask and that was fine on the red, but then once we got into this like gray area, it was actually really hard for me to see. Real riveting stuff. We're going to get to the good stuff in just a minute, but you got to trudge through the mud before you get to the view, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys are serious about doing this kind of stuff, this is what it takes. I will take this opportunity right now to thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate it. I appreciate having you guys here. I'm going to go right past that white thing. I don't know what that is. Appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. I hope you guys are staying inside and not subjecting yourself to COVID-19. Please make good decisions out there, guys, so we can get this shit over and done with. I am really sick of having to wait in line at the grocery store so I can get some fucking coconut water, all right? It's ridiculous. Everybody's got to do their part. Everybody stay home. If you guys are here and you're maybe a beginner to editing or to motion graphics or whatever the case is, maybe you're slightly more advanced, hopefully I'll say something today that's gonna spark you to want to learn something new. Maybe even afraid to jump into After Effects before. Maybe today's stream will be that thing that pulls you into working in After Effects. That would be sick. That would be sick if I could help you go after something new. All right, we're getting into dicey territory here. The logo and the pants, that's separated enough. Okay, so this is her gun. So she's got a gun here. Always remember to zoom out. And if anybody, I'm not reading chat right now, but if anybody's asking how I'm moving along in After Effects, if you hold down spacebar and then click and drag, it will allow you to use the hand tool and just kind of pull wherever you need to pull. That is a super useful one. If you didn't know about that, that's kind of one of those ones that's certainly game-changing, especially if you're doing stuff like this. If you're tasked with like cutting something out or having to work with something that like just looks like a brick of pixels, like what I'm doing here. That is something that just saves so much time. I don't even know how you would do it without the hand tool, unless you guys are coming up here and clicking on the hand tool every time. Holy. Even using the hotkey to do it is not as good as using spacebar, because as soon as you let go of spacebar, it goes right back to your pen tool. So spacebar is like the hotkey of the hotkey. Alright, where are we at? Okay, so this is like the butt of her gun. Again, always zoom out, kind of see where you're at. See what you got coming up next. Now, I don't know how long I've been doing this for. It hasn't been that long. But, you know, a lot of people think that this is like a really shitty process. Nobody likes going through this part of the process, but I do. And a lot of you are realizing that I'm not actually doing the Bezier curves on any of this stuff. I personally don't like to do that because it ends up being a lot harder to kind of tweak once you get to that point. Like, yes, it makes nice round curves, but you can see right here that like I'm chopping off some stuff that I didn't really want to chop off. So by not using Bezier curves and just using more straight clicks, it actually is going to give us, I think, in my opinion, a better result than using the Bezier curves. And you're going to get it done in a way faster time. Because by using the Bezier curves, you have to like click and drag and manipulate it. And like if you get one thing wrong or you move a Bezier handle or something, it like throws off the whole thing. And then it's like a huge pain in the ass to go back in and kind of refine. All right, so this is part of her gun here. And I'm not getting the shadows in this either. I'm not taking the shadow from the image because we could always go in and add our own shadow back in. So if you guys are using something that has like a massive shadow on it, like this image, don't take the shadow. All right, we are nearing the end, folks. This is exciting. How long did this take, you think? 10 minutes? Maybe? My viewer count went up by almost double, and it's the most boring part of the tutorial. It's not even a tutorial, it's a live stream, all right, guys? This is what it... Hey, all right, you know what? After we finish this one click, boom, there you go. This is what it takes. This is what editing is. This is what motion graphics is sitting here and clicking for 10 minutes straight, listening to lo-fi hip-hop from Epidemic Sound. By the way, for those of you just joining the stream, this link right here will get you a free trial to Epidemic Sound. Also, join the Discord server. Good times happening in there. All right, so now we've cut out Jet from this image. All right, if I look here, it actually is looking really clean. There's a couple different spots here in between her arm, her hair, in two places that we actually have to do a reverse mask. But overall, this looks really clean. I don't see any really kind of crazy outlying things. Yes, there's some like red glow on her arm. Yes, we can maybe go in and clean this stuff up right here. But if we're going to be retaining the exact same color scheme that we were in the original image, none of that stuff's going to matter because it's going to blend in with the background. So what I do want is to anti-mask. God bless America with these shape layers. Okay. All right, so now for this one, we're going to change mask 2 from add to subtract to get rid of the area that I just masked there. And as soon as I'm done with this portion of it, oh my God, I should probably save. Holy mother. Yeah, we're going to save Valorant. Man, we almost did all that work and didn't save. Yikes. Yikes! That's happened to me before, where I've sat and done this exact process with something, didn't save, tried to do something like kind of intense in After Effects, crashed, lost everything. That's a feels bad. That is a feels bad. Okay, great, we've done it. Lord knows we've done it. All right, let's check up on the chat here. Under text channel, I only see show off your photos. Hey, Damien's in the chat. Hello, hello, Liquid Fan TV in the chat. What's up, guys? How was the sniping montage? It's going. I had to reinstall Call of Duty on my computer, and it's like 180 gigs, which is so annoying. So I'm thinking that I might do a sniping montage when I eventually get the beta for Valorant. Maybe I'll do a Valorant frag movie. Valorant frag movie. Did anybody say anything meaningful in the chat? I don't even know. Probably not, eh? All right, let's see. All right, so now I'm going to delete all of these. So what I just did was I duplicated my layer, and I'm deleting all my masks so I can get back my original image. So now on top, I have my nice cutout of Jet here. I'm going to have to cut out her knife as well, so I will do that real quick. Again, cutting. So I'm going to rename my layers. So Jet main. This is going to be background. This will be knife. Okay, so we're going to cut this boy out. Or girl. I don't want to assume the knife's gender. All right, After Effects. I swear to God, there's like some algorithm that as soon as you click on something to try to mask, it gives you a mask color that's super close to the color of the thing that you're masking out. And it's one of the most annoying things in the world. Adobe, if you're listening, please. When you click on something with your pen tool, have it read the color simultaneously and find the opposite color of what you're trying to mask out. I say that like Adobe is watching my stream. Maybe they are. Maybe somebody from Adobe is watching my stream. Okay, what do we think the bottom of this knife looks like? Probably something like that, huh? This might all be for nothing, because I might have another image of Jet's knife that I could probably just put in that's not covered by... Hold on, let me look. Because that's going to really annoy me if I have that. Nope, it's covered by wind there. Covered by wind. Covered by wind. No. Covered by wind. Covered by wind. Covered by wind. Jet's knife is always covered by wind. All right, so we're good. I think in the beta key art, it might not be covered by wind. Ah! Nice. Let's do that. Let's just drop this guy. Oh my. All right, so let's cut it out here. And we'll line it up with the other one. The lighting is definitely going to be different on this, but I think that's okay. I was kind of close with what the bottom of the knife looked like. Okay. All right, cut that out. Turn that to subtract. Great. So this is definitely higher res, which is good. I'm going to set my anchor point to the center of my knife so I can scale it from the middle. And a lot of people won't do that. If I go back to where the anchor point was and now I go to scale this, look at where it's scaling to. Like, it's scaling just... And then if I want... Like, I don't even know what size it's supposed to be. So, guys, set a goddamn keyboard shortcut for this. Mine is Alt-C, which is for center. Anytime you mask something out, Alt-C, and now when I scale this, it's going to scale from the center of the image. Like, don't have it scale from somewhere else. It's such a waste of time. Be smart, y'all. All right, this doesn't have to be perfect, but right about there looks decent. Okay, get rid of that knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Rest in peace, Crocodile Dundee. You were too good for us. Okay, there we go. The knife actually doesn't look too bad. It still lines up with the shadow that was there. Not that that matters, because we're going to replace the shadow. Although, the shadow has hollow where this part is. Was the other knife shallow? Whoa, the other knife has like a hole in the middle. Is that what it's supposed to look like? I don't know. Who gives a shit? All right, so this is looking good. The other thing that we have here is the Valorant logo, which I'm going to now scale down a little bit. Turn the transparency down so I could line it up exactly with what I'm trying to do here. So basically, guys, I'm just rebuilding this from the ground up. That's essentially all I'm trying to do here, is make it so I can have full control over all of the assets, so I can animate them the way that I want it to. Interesting that the Valorant logo is not like fully lining up. Oh. Yeah, that's close enough. Close enough. Great. So now we're gonna do the same thing here. All right, so basically, guys, if I wanted to right now, I could take this Valorant logo, stick it on the bottom of my composition, and now I have taken Jet from our original image and I've put her onto a new background, right? So I could just like click this background on and off because the logo is lining up. So that could even be a GIF that I could do, right? Just like D Valorant, meh. So this is what I mean by having full control over your image. You can just like, I don't know. You want to be able to control every single element of it. Like even if I want to do something as simple as make the knife like bob up and down, right? So I can set a position keyframe on my knife. I can go over to like two seconds, make it go up on the position. Maybe we'll do that. And then reset back to its original position. Now, even just something like this, where the knife is floating. Now, obviously, what I would do is I would go in and I would recreate the background, all of those elements. Each individual element would have its own thing. The shadow would also be moving with the knife. But I can go ahead and create a bunch of different assets by deconstructing the original thing that I got, which was a still image. And now I'm able to animate and do a bunch of stuff with that, which is cool. That's what I like about motion graphics. That's the thing that excites me the most, is like, hey, you have to operate with like just a still image. Like, what can you do with that? And you have to like really think and like pick your brain in a different way to really understand what the fuck is going on. On the Valorant site, there is a full set of images for knife for rotation. Is there? What's available on the Valorant site? I don't even know. I'm just using what I got from Riot. Playvalorant.com. News? Where would I look for this stuff? War Chalk. Tell me where. Go to inspect and sources. Oh, like from here? Oh, yeah. Can I, but how do I, oh, it's here? Open a new tab? Oh, good Lord. Wait, what am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to just cut all of these out individually and then animate it on a rotation? Oh, yikes. That sounds like a nightmare. It might actually be cool, though. Should we try to do it? Like, just this one down here actually might work. Let's try. Oh, God, I don't want to do this, but it might be cool. I don't want to do this because it's not going to line up with, like, the lighting or anything, but it's okay. We'll do it. So, knife sprite. Oh, Christ. Okay. I'm going to do this in a new composition. All right, so which... So really it's this one that I need to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 things that we need to cut out. Okay, fine. Fine, chat. You win. You win. Oh, God, I don't want to do this. Wait, am I doing this for no reason? How much black is actually in... Hold on, I might be able to cheat this a little bit by going to Effect, Channel, set matte, and then doing the alpha channel. No, doing the luminance, inverting the matte, and then no, lightness, invert. So if I, no, because it doesn't, no matter what. Oh, wait. Yo, did I just like hack the shit out of this? Yo, that's clean. I'm impressed with myself. I'm legitimately impressed with myself. That was crazy. I don't need to do a color key or the extract effect. So basically what I did was I did a set matte, which to me actually will give you a much cleaner result than the key, because the key will actually... Wait, is it actually a PNG? Oh my god, it was a PNG the whole time. Yo, I'm an idiot. Whatever, I'm still gonna use mine. I don't care. That was all for nothing. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is find the... So I have to duplicate this 9 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Knife 1. We'll copy this and paste knife 2. Knife 3. Knife 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, great. So now what I'm going to do is, so this is going to be knife 1. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on. Knife 1. Knife 2, knife 3, knife 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so basically, I want this one to be on top. No, on bottom? I want this one to be on the bottom so I could always reference. And then I'm going to start pulling these and lining them all up, basically, with this one. Like the handle should always be the same, I guess. Or should the tip of the knife always be? Oh, I don't even know which direction to go with this. It's probably the tip of the knife, I would imagine, is the thing that you always want to line up, if I had to guess. Okay, so that one's good. That one's good. So we'll always do the tip of the knife. Okay. So now each one of these is gonna rotate for, I guess, one rotation for one frame. I forget the hotkey to go to the layer above the current layer that you're working on, but I remembered it at one point, and it used to make this kind of stuff so much faster. Okay, so now if we go like this, in theory, this should now... Okay, so that's really fast. It's not even rotating fully. It's not rotating fully, but we'll do 2 now. 2 frames. I mean, it looks okay. Yeah, I was trying to make it rotate 360 degrees, but I don't know out of all of these different like sprites, like which, like how many of these actually make up a 360 degree rotation? Because like they all look the same. So I have no idea. What's on the Play Valorant site? Oops, no. It's probably everything. It's probably literally every single one. I mean, it's definitely cool. I don't know. Could you rotate one halfway and then mirror it? Yeah, I could probably do that. Go to sources on top of the inspect tab. Okay. Inspect. Sources. All right, now what? Assets? Video? I'm in assets. Script? No. You should use a full line to get the in-between. Oh, I see. Knife sprite. Oh, the ribbon and everything. Oh man, I could have just grabbed this. All right, well, in the instance that you don't have an entire website worth of assets available, the way that we did it is the way that I would recommend doing it. Try to change the background color to green from the HTML inspect element, then record your screen and use it as a key. Would that work? Could I do that in theory? Can you change the background of an element in like the inspect tab? Can I do that? How would I do that? Well, either way. Yeah, because right now it's like it's rotating. Why is it like rotating backwards? Click inspect element on the background. Click on the background first for inspect. Okay. All right, so I'm clicking here, right? Inspect. No, that is not inspecting the right thing. Inspect. That's the knife sprite. Where's the background? Is it, no. Oh, is it this one? No, that's like the whole page. Is it this one? Can you use the Wacom pen in After Effects? Yes, you can. Will there be a VOD for this stream? I don't know. I haven't been leaving the VODs up for my stream because I just want to, you know, encourage people to come and join live. Oh, get a URL, green image, and then switch it with the existing URL of the background. But I don't see... This is way too complicated. Way too complicated. It's cool though. All right, we're just gonna keep going. Are we gonna use this knife thing? I don't know. I just don't know. I guess we could try to put it at 200% speed. I'm just gonna keep going with this. Okay, so next up on our list of things to do is probably cut out the Valorant logo out of this image here. So I'm going to quickly do that. And now for this one, I am going to use the Bezier handles, because I feel like it's actually useful for logos and stuff. Whoa. Okay, masks. I'm gonna set this to none so I can go back and mask this guy. Okay. So now we have the Valorant logo. We can just do logo only. So now we're gonna have to grab this color. That color. And then we will turn this logo on and we will add a fill. And then we will take this and grab that color. Fantastic. All right, so now we have each individual element on its own, except for the wind, which I think in this example I'm probably not going to use. And then what we could also do is grab a new solid, and the color we will use this red that Valorant is using. Throw that at the bottom. All right, so now we have the logo only. We have just the background plate. In the original example, you can kind of see that there's like a map in the background that's lowered opacity and just kind of like such an overlay mode in the back. So we could do that if we wanted to, or we could just keep it a straight color. And Jet here, there's a great plugin in Red Giant Universe called Long Shadow, which lets you do some really cool stuff. I don't know if I'm going to use long shadow for this, though. Maybe. Maybe. It like defaults as a hard edge, so I don't know. So what I could do is I could take this thing, delete the shadow off the top layer, and I can just call this jet shadow. And then I can composite over source, which is now just going to give me a shadow layer. And now I can do a little Gaussian blur on it. Oops, that's on the logo. Jet shadow, there we go. So I can do a nice blur on her shadow. So now if we wanted to, I'm going to change the color of this logo to something brighter, maybe pink. So now it would be cool if we could change the length of the shadow, right? So now we can have this be like an animation element where the shadow just kind of like sucks in or something. I don't know. Do it a couple different ways. What I want to do is I want to recreate the background, all these little elements inside of the background here, because then that way we can animate certain ones of them to just be kind of moving in the background and have it just be like this kind of floaty, organic vibe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me catch up on chat here. How's everybody doing? Great. Love from India. Hell yeah. Love from the United States. I respect that. Thanks. You're welcome. If you don't have all this sprite, how do you animate it? Well, you can do 2D animation instead of doing 3D animation. So in the sprite, the 3D animation was actually like rotating around. In this example, we can just have the knife be animating up and down, right? So I don't have the 3D sprites or whatever the case is, but that's okay because I don't need them because I have this knife layer. And what I can do is just set some keyframes for this knife layer to just kind of like float around, right? Like that. So the knife itself is moving up and down, and that's animation, right? It's not 3D animation, but it's animation nonetheless. We'll put it in full quality so you guys can actually see what's going on there. So yeah, I mean, this is animation of the knife just kind of floating. So this is, you know, something that you could do very subtly. We could take her hair and we can make it a new layer and we can make it kind of like move in the wind, which we will do. And obviously this example is tough because there are so many animated properties on the Play Valorant website. But if you guys are doing something that doesn't have that kind of like deep detail in this whole thing, then this would be the way that I would recommend doing it. Use it for what? Okay, yeah. What did you use to type the effects? Yeah, the Video Copilot effects console is great. So if I wanted to add anything to this knife, the shortcut is Control Spacebar, and it will pop up wherever your mouse is. It allows you to take an image of your composition. You can open the gallery of all of your images. You can export an image. There's some different settings in here that you can choose for the effects console. But basically what it allows you to do is if you come and click on this knife and you say, I want to drop shadow, you just type in drop, and then you can just apply it right to there. So it's a Video Copilot plugin. It is 100% free for After Effects. So if you guys are using After Effects and you guys are, you know, diving in and doing that kind of stuff, I highly recommend the effects console plugin. It's great. Okay, you cannot find a background image on the site because it was just a color, not an image in CSS style. Yes, I am not a coder. I have no idea what any of this shit does, so I'm not going to pretend like I know. Nathan Prescott wants to know what I'm making. I am making a Play Valorant motion graphic based on the original image that I got in a media kit, which was this image right here. This is just a still image. So basically what we've been doing the whole time on stream up until this point is deconstructing this image into individual parts so we can have full control over the animation. So this is the still image that we were given. What I did was I cut out all the individual elements here in order to get this image now here. So I have the Valorant logo as its own layer. I have Jet, the character, as her own layer. I have her shadow as her own layer. And I have the knife as its own layer. And now next what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we are going to see all these little like squares and stuff in the background. We're going to go and recreate this in another pre-comp so we can animate certain elements of these and we can kind of have them floating and like moving in the background to kind of just make it a little bit cooler. So we're really at the point where we're just deconstructing the original image in order to get all of the assets so that we can start animating. And that's where we're at right now. Damn, I would recreate the knife in Element 3D. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I could. I already have the mask for it and everything. I don't know if it would even work. Let's see. Layer, new, solid, great, layer, effect, video, copilot, element, custom layers, element, knife. Yeah, I mean, I could get like, I can get something going here, but it's not going to be, I would have to like do the texturing and I would have to do the bezeling on it and everything. If I wasn't on stream, maybe like this would be a semi-viable option. But I guess I could take a texture of it and stick it over the top, but that probably wouldn't look very good. Let's make it metal. A metal knife. There you go. And then we'll have it rotate. There you go. Wow, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, guys. A nice 3D rotating knife. I don't know why it's lopsided on the rotate. It's kind of weird. I mean, that's certainly something that we can do, you know, like as a stylistic element if we just wanted to make the knife like one color, or we could try to add a texture in Element 3D, but then that's just going down a wormhole. And I don't want to go down that wormhole right now. I want to stay in the wormhole that we're in. My go-to tutorial guy for trying something fun in my edits. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Hey, love your tutorial videos from Russia. Thank you. I love you. Do you watch Disrespect Sniping Montage? If you do, can you do a similar video? If you guys are just joining the stream for the first time, this link right up here will get you access to my Learn How to Edit Stuff Discord. If you guys have any questions or any tutorial requests, go and drop it in the tutorial request channel on the Discord. Also, this link right here will get you a free trial to Epidemic Sound, and it will get me paid and also you a free trial to Epidemic Sound. Or if you'd like to donate to the stream just because you like what I'm doing or whatever, that is your prerogative. I am not going to ask for it, but it is an option if you want to feed my coffee addiction. You know, I have a coffee addiction. I have 2 mugs right here that I've finished already today. Why did I use 2 mugs? I don't know. I took one on the road and... All right, don't ask questions, chat. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Okay, thanks. What are you making? Just explain that. I love you from Jordan. Hell yeah. Damn, I would recreate the knife in Element 3D. Cool, we just did that. Nathan Prescott, thank you for the suggestion. By the way, Ian, what's the best way to find jobs in the video editing area? Word of mouth, look around, look on Craigslist, look on LinkedIn. A lot of people are looking on LinkedIn for video editors for social media, and that'll at least get your foot in the door somewhere. And they'll be like, hey, take this video and cut it down because we need it for social. Can you format it for vertical video or whatever? So definitely looked on LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever the other one that has hire in the name, hire something. How do you get a media kit? Well, I run One Up Studios for Team Liquid. So Team Liquid is obviously a franchise team as part of Riot for League of Legends. So we got our players early access to play the closed beta. So if you look at all the content that's on the Team Liquid channel right now, all the player walkthroughs and videos and stuff, I edited those from our players along with one of our editors, Joseph. So we got a bunch of play footage. We got a bunch of footage and yeah, I'll show you the, this is a good opportunity to show you the montage that I edited for Vivid, one of our players, Vivid. So let's quickly watch that montage. So I cut this montage for Vivid. We'll turn this up and mute myself.
Nothing, eh?
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, that was
Stay down. One enemy remaining. You guys suck.
easy.
One enemy remaining. Three.
They all do. Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Oh. Oh my god.
Three.
Actually, he's got to be in there. Let's fucking go, dude.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Close.
Nice. Any shower?
Spike down and short.
He's in there.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Let's go, dude.
Hot shot. They just smoked me off.
One enemy remaining.
Hey man, I put my body in the line. Flash shot mid. Oh, what a shot.
Just shit on him so fucking hard.
Tag 1 for 30. Actually 2 for 30.
God, dude.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Oh, you're nuts.
You just read Flom like a book from a different library.
Nice. So you got to edit that montage for Vivid. So Valorant, so basically our players went and did like the whole closed beta playthrough or whatever, and then we got a bunch of footage, and we got to edit a bunch of assets together from the footage to aid in the launch of Valorant when the public embargo was lifted. So that's how I have all this stuff. Following you from Italy. Love what you're doing with this channel. Thank you so much. Are you the editor for Mendo? No, I am not, but he is a player on Team Liquid. No worries, it was harder than expected. Smart from Riot, but not streamlined in the case of grabbing animation. It was hard for me to find it as well. Yeah, it's Riot's, you know, they have their shit together in a lot of ways, so not surprising. Did I ever get a chance to play Counter-Strike with Team Liquid? No, I have never played Counter-Strike with Team Liquid, but I know all those guys. They're some of my really good friends. In fact, I was shooting with them during the DreamHack Dallas event that they won, and they got me one of the rings, one of the championship rings. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not autofocusing very well. But the CSGO team got me one of the rings for being with them and like filming with them while they won. So it was kind of cool. Big Liquid fan. Regards to Elige and Stewie 2K. Yeah, those dudes are great. John Elige is one of my really, really good friends. He's a homie. I've played video games with him before, but not Counter-Strike. I'm not even going to try. Has Hollywood completely shut down? Why do you keep asking that question? That's literally the only thing that you've typed in the chat 400 times. I don't know. Not all of Hollywood is shut down. People are still shooting stuff. People are still editing stuff. Hollywood is not shut down. How did I sync the gunshots with the music? I just went in and found where all the gunshots were, timed everything up with the beat of the music, and then kind of worked backwards from there to try to get it to sit. Am I friends with any of the Dota 2 Liquid guys? Yes. The new roster, I'm pretty much cool with all those guys. The old roster, not so much, like Kuroki, GH, all those dudes. I knew them and like I shot with them before, but I wouldn't consider me friends with them. But our new roster, I'm definitely good buddies with. How would you work with the wind for this example? For this example, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if I would include the wind for this example. Because for this example, what I think might be even cooler is... Alright, let's get rid of this Element 3D knife. What might be cool for this one is to bring this knife just down a little bit closer to her hand. And just kind of animate it that way. So maybe we won't have wind. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to get there. We are going to get there. Believe me. So I actually like the knife here. So it'll be cool because what we can do is we can actually we can do a puppet tool. So what I found with these large files is that it's actually a lot harder to, like if I were to take this and duplicate it and then just call this like jet arm or something. Masks. Intersect. There we go. So I would basically want to take this and like use this as the puppet tool. So I would come up here and put a bunch of puppet pins down here on her arm to kind of anchor it in place. And then from her hand and like maybe her fingers. So now this is her hand, right? Or her... Yeah. All right. So take all of these, bring them over here, and then copy them and paste them. Because we're doing a 5-second loop in this example, so maybe at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, what we'll do is we will actually take we'll take this and we'll like close. This is what I'm planning on doing with the hair at some point, which is like kind of puppet warping it and making it I definitely think I set too many pins, for sure. But now slowly over time, if I change this resolution, slowly over time her, oh God. I definitely didn't do this right, but for the example, I am doing it right. But basically what I want to do is maybe I want her arm to like kind of come up a little bit, like as the knife is floating. So we'll be able to do that. But basically what I'm doing here is I'm making her hands close over time and then go back to open, right? So in relation to everything else, I would have to get rid of her arm in the other one, but you can see her hand kind of closing, right? So we can do some stuff like that with the puppet tool, which is very, very, very subtle movement. But we'll get to that later. We're not going to do that right now. In fact, I'm going to go refill my water right now. Any plans for Cinema 4D in the future? I don't know the program well enough to teach it, so probably not. But you never know. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to go get some water. Guys, hydrate. Very important. Very important for you to hydrate. Can you do more tutorials related to games in the future? Sure. Sure I will. Thank you guys, very much appreciated for joining in this stream today. This is very fun and exciting stuff that we're working on right here. This is great. All right, so what I'm going to do is pre-comp this background layer, so I can now come in here and I'm going to start recreating all of these little elements. And this is going to suck. Trust me. I've done this once before. It is not fun, but we're going to get through it together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new shape layer. And in that shape layer, it will include a rectangle, and it will be filled, and it will be filled with white. We want it to stand out from the rest. Okay, so it's creating this rectangle shape. We're going to start just kind of over here. And the path, I'm going to size it down appropriately. Now, because this isn't a solid background, and I want full control over all of my shape elements, some of you might say, well, why don't you just key out the lighter red and then it will leave you with the background? Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. But then they're just going to be static images, and then I would have to go in and I would have to mask all of those things out for the ones that I would want to animate, right? And I want to change this text and everything. So we're going to do this manually. It's going to suck, but it's not going to be that bad. And you can kind of fake it too. And there's easy ways to get around some of this stuff, right? Like, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start duplicating and just moving all of this stuff over. Right, and what you can do in this case is you can take these two, duplicate them, and just move it down. So you can start grouping a couple of them, right? Like that. And then I can take this guy, I can take this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. I can duplicate those. Oh, shit. And I can move those down. All right, so now it's all going to be uniform. And I know that you think I'm crazy for doing this, but if you guys want the highest quality and the most useful like control over your motion graphic stuff, then this is the way that I think that you should be doing it personally. I know it might sound insane to some of you that, like, why would you literally sit here and just recreate all this stuff? Because it's going to be those little details that exist in this piece that's going to be the thing that people are going to see and they're going to go, damn, that's cool. Like, dude, there's like little particles in the background that are even floating around, right? And like, who knows? Maybe Riot will see this and Riot will be like, yo, do you want to do some more Valorant stuff for us? And then I would have to say, sorry guys, that's a conflict of interest because I work at Team Liquid, but hey, if I didn't work at Team Liquid, then maybe I would. So if you guys are sitting at home quarantined and you got nothing else to do, pick something like this that you can just sink a lot of time into and just go for it, man. Just go for it and learn something new, get uncomfortable with it. You know, try to learn new skills, new things. That's how you win. That's how you win. New skills and new things. Ah! Oops. Why? No. Okay. Spike just joined. What exactly am I doing here? Well, right now I am recreating all of the background elements of this Play Valorant graphic because we are making a motion graphic. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm filling in all these little dots and all this little stuff so that we can recreate the background of this thing. Now, you guys might think I'm crazy. Like, why would you do this exactly one for one? You don't have to do that. Yes, that's true. You don't have to do it. But you could also do it, you know? What's stopping you from doing it? But then, like, you'll start to get groupings like this. Hold on. You'll start to get groupings that make it a little bit easier for you to do stuff. All right, like these can now come down here. And like these can be duplicated and put here, and they're always going to be the same length apart. Because a graphic designer did this properly. So you can just start grouping these together. And then it will start to go a little bit faster. So are there any other ones? Yeah, so like these, right? Cannot be duplicated again. These can come down here. If any of you guys out there play League, I am not great yet, but I have been playing a lot of League of Legends. So if you all want to play League with me, my username is @NaughtyandSands on League of Legends. So what I'm going to do is just duplicate this whole thing and say screw it, and then pull all this down here somewhere. And we'll do this. Yes, it lines up. Yes. Yes, my pretties. Almost lines up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is real exciting stuff, guys. I know it. Don't I know it? So now you can kind of see that we're populating a lot of the stuff. We're almost done with the small squares. The big squares will go a lot faster. And then you just have a couple other little shape elements and stuff like that. That shouldn't be too crazy. How do you get in contact with such companies? I'm 16 and I think I'm pretty good at editing and I want to find customers. Well, you could do what is called spec work. Spec work is basically doing something like I'm doing right now, where if I was a freelancer and I really wanted to work with Riot, as part of my resume or my application process, I would be doing all this work for free, and then I would create something that I thought was really cool and then go and present that to Riot with an application. Hey guys, my name's Ian, I made this stuff, super into your company, super into everything that you're doing, like I'm an editor, here's my work. And if somebody at Riot opens that and they see this crazy motion graphic that you've been doing or whatever, it's very clear that like you want the job there, and that's going to spark somebody's interest to be like, hey, we need to hire this dude because he gets it or whatever. So you could do spec work, which is doing a bunch of work for free and then shopping that work out to the companies that you want to work for. Or you can go on LinkedIn. You can look for jobs on LinkedIn. A lot of people are looking for social media editors, especially right now with all this crazy COVID stuff happening. You know, you can go in and get a job editing cut downs for companies for social media. I watched your camera shake preset video last month, but when I wanted to make it today, it wasn't so realistic. Any hack to add motion blur in Premiere Pro? Yeah, you could add a directional blur, which is basically motion blur. You could also add, depending on what you're doing and how you're doing it, you can add motion blur with the transform tool. If you drop distort transform on something, there's a little checkbox at the bottom that says use motion blur, and then you can adjust the shutter angle there. When are you making a little board editing tutorial? Waiting for it for a long time. That's a good question. Any tutorial requests that you guys have, you guys can join this link right here to my Discord. You can drop in your tutorial requests in the Discord channel. That is where I'm going to go to look for future tutorials to do on my channel. I want to start sourcing stuff from you guys. I want you guys to directly influence what I am teaching and what you are learning. So definitely go to this link right here to join the Discord. Have you ever gotten an Iranian viewer? I'm assuming you're about to tell me that I now have one. So, yes, I have gotten an Iranian viewer, and it is you. Spoilers. Okay. By the way, everything that we're listening to right now, guys, is from Epidemic Sound. And this link right here will get you a free trial to Epidemic Sound. Truly, in my opinion, one of the best royalty-free music sites out there. I would highly recommend going and checking out their library. It's amazing. I'm a huge, huge Epidemic Sound fanboy. Because I really think that their music library is kind of the most modern and the most cutting edge. And the fact that you can do stems for all of their songs is a huge, 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 huge value to at least what I do with editing, because I really have like full customizable control over all of the music, which is huge. All right, some graphic designer did not get their proportions right. All right, we're almost done with this stuff. We are almost done. I am getting bored of doing these squares. But you'll see it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. By the end of the stream, we're going to have a cool motion graphic. Okay. All right, we got a few more here. Okay, I know that there's a bunch of double dots up here. Yep. Those of you just joining the stream, we are doing some motion graphics work today for Play Valorant. It's a new Riot Games FPS that just came out. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but you will see if you stay on the stream for long enough. I know people get bored and have really short attention spans, but if you guys legitimately want to be editors, editing takes a lot of focus, and you have to really be careful that you're not getting distracted, right? Yes, I'm streaming. Yes, I'm reading the chat or whatever, but if I was just doing this by myself, I would probably have some music on, you know, just chilling and listening, but I wouldn't be checking my phone. I wouldn't be going on Reddit. I wouldn't be watching YouTube videos. I wouldn't have a Twitch stream on in the background. This kind of stuff takes a lot of time and focus. And focus is one of those things as an editor that you need to have a lot of. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself getting hella distracted and your work isn't going to get done. And you're going to miss deadlines and you're not going to be reliable, or you're just going to like burn yourself out, right? So learning discipline and focus is one of those things that you can never go wrong with. Okay, I am done with these little ass squares. We're gonna do the bigger squares now. The slightly bigger squares. Okay. This guy. This guy. Some bigger squares down here. Holding down shift will uniformly size your shape objects, by the way. And the reason that I'm duplicating all of these shape objects is because if I wanted to do a animation, right, like with this square right here, and I wanted it to rotate or something, I could take this rotation and rotate it 90 degrees or whatever. And like, now I could take this animation and copy and paste it onto everything because the anchor point is always going to be in the center and it's always going to be rotating in the exact same spot. So this is just making it significantly easier for me to do animations down the line. I know it seems like a lot of like kind of tedious bullshit right now, but it isn't. It is all kind of worth it once we get to that point, which hopefully will be soon. Because trust me, I don't want to be doing this either. But I know that this will be something that's worth it for the project once I get to that point. More of these squares, these guys down here. Are you kidding me with this? Oh my god. Okay. Maybe we'll put a smiley face in this one just to, you know, do something fun. Rotate it 90 degrees. Where is that? Oh, it's way up here. Are you serious? It's still that far up? Okay. And I'm going to use this text layer as a mask for this object. I'm going to set this to alpha matte, inverted. So now you're going to be able to have a little smiley face in that square. You know, it's the little things. It's the little things. So what we'll do is I'll actually duplicate this guy, put it over here, and change this text to a frowny face on this side. All right, now we gotta start adding our lines and these little like carrot things, and I think we're done. All right, people talk about hating school. Great. I like this meme edition series on how to edit like C-Day. That's how I found this channel. Yeah, I'll do more meme editing tutorials in the future. How can his PC handle this? What do you mean? It's just some pretty basic After Effects. Nothing that crazy. All right, so let's take one of these guys. We will duplicate this. We will bring it down. Where is that? Okay, so right here. Now under this thing, we will take the rectangle path and we will just like this. It's pretty long. All right, so right now I'm only gonna be doing the long lines. This one, nope. Contents, make this longer. Great. All right. Now we gotta do some of these little lines and then we're done. We're done with this garbage. This part of the process is certainly not fun. But it will be a necessary evil once we get there, because then it's really just gonna tie this whole thing together, and like things are gonna be moving in the background and people are gonna be like, whoa, what the I don't know if people will actually say that, but I'm hoping that people will be like, whoa, what the That's sick, dude. Dude, could you... I can't believe that he just wasted like an hour's worth of time making all those individual shape layers. Oh my god, this guy... I can't believe he did that. What a psychopath that guy is. Whoever that guy is. Can't believe him. That guy. Okay, take this. There, put this over here. I wish I could get to the rectangle path faster. I feel like there should be a better way to do that. There probably is, to be honest. Okay, now we, I guess, can add a few more of these stupid lines. Might as well. We've made it this far, y'all. I'm honestly surprised people are still watching this stream, you know? Honestly surprised people are still watching. Okay, now we're gonna create these guys. Which I will create a new shape layer for myself here with the pen tool. We are just killing shit. Okay, where is that layer? Hello? Oh, it's all the way at the top. Great. Okay, another one down here somewhere. Another one over here. No, oh. Another one over here. Is that it? Are we done? We're done. Oh my god, thank god. We can add some cheeky text. Cheeky text. Learn how to edit stuff. It is left aligned. It is white because we're going to do that. The text anchor point is in the center. We are rotating it 90 degrees. We are going to scale it down. Learn how to edit stuff, and then down here. Now, the nice part about all of this stuff, guys, is that it's editable later. So if I wanted to do something with this that wasn't learn how to edit stuff, live stream text. All right, the moment that we've all been waiting for, guys. All right, this is it. We're going to come down here, and we're going to disable this background image. So now we have all of these elements that we've just made. I've saved like a maniac. Will you do user VFX requests for donations after completing this effect? Sure. I guess. Are you going to react to edits viewers? Yeah, I'll... if you guys join the Discord right here, I'll be doing some edit reactions in a little bit. How long have we been streaming? For about 2 hours? We got some time. We got some time, y'all. Okay, so now what I've done is I've created all of those effects. So now I can go in and I can individually animate those. Right now we're going to shoot for 5 seconds of animation. I'm going to trim my comp to the work area because we're going to be going with 5 seconds of animation here. So now what can we start doing with this? Well, I'm going to have Jet's shadow be attached to Jet because we're not going to mess with the shadow right now. And I'm going to turn hiding on this layer. So now I can just hide that layer. It still exists, but now it's attached to my Jet character. And now, but the shadow can operate independently. So that's just a nice little way to clean up your project. So now we're going to start animating this. Maybe I want her to come in from the left pretty quickly here. So we'll set a position keyframe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keyframes. Let's call it 6. And we'll start her off screen here. Just like so. I will separate the dimensions. I will turn my easy ease on. 6 might be a little quick, but let's see. All right, so 6 is a little fast. That feels about good right there. What is that? 15? Oh, we're also in 60 frames per second. So that's probably why. We'll just do it to whatever feels right. Yeah, that feels fine. Kind of see a little bit of the motion blur off screen here, so we'll just pull her over just a bit. Nice. And we can probably smooth out this curve a little more. There we go. Nice. Still see some of the thing over here, so we'll just pull it off so you can't see any of the motion blur. Right about there is great. Okay, so now that we have her animating in, what else can we start doing? We can start kind of populating all of the different elements in the background. So this should be nice and simple. I can come in here and I can drop an adjustment layer on top of everything. And I will add Red Giant Stylize glitch. Let's do a glitch effect. Sure. Why is Discord not working for anybody? Let's see what Justin said. Yeah, I checked the Discord earlier and it is certainly working, so just use all lowercase. Instead of uppercase anything, use all lowercase. Which I should maybe change that, but we can do that later. Okay, stylized glitch. Let's go in here. So this is red. Oh my god, it's adding a million of these. Hold on. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do? We want to do maybe some displacement, some nice displacement on this so that this comes in. So maybe she slides in, boom, and then the glitching starts happening like right about here, right? Let's do it right about there. So I'm going to take all of this nonsense and I'm going to just shift it. Actually, no. I'm not going to do that. The thing is going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Let's go 8 keyframes. And we'll just trim back this background comp layer. Boom. Okay, so now we got some nice glitchy happening here. Might want to have it last a little bit longer than those frames. Maybe try that. Let's see. Nice. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. So now we can have the logo. Let's see. The logo will maybe scale in and land by the time she's there. So logo scale, we'll start maybe from here. And we will easy ease these guys. Throw on the motion blur, why not? Okay, great. And now we will mess around with the curves of this. I want it to ease in, okay. Oh, motion blur was not on. Okay, there we go. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think we should do for the animation of this? 2 hours of work for 5 seconds, maybe barely even notices. Yeah, that's editing, dude. That's editing. How should we animate this? Not feeling the glitch. Am I going to do the puppet for the arm? Yes, I am going to do that. That is going to be one of those things. We'll do her hair as well. And maybe we'll do like this part of her little scarf thing, the bottom half of this one that's there. It will move. And we'll do her hair too. The knife will be floating. So like she can come in and then the knife maybe from here will, let's see. Knife position. It'll start from underneath her hand and it will come out of her hand. So we'll actually position it here. And then this will come up. Okay. Here we'll have it come up a little bit higher and farther away, and then we'll correct the curve. And then this will just float a little bit and then come back down. to here and float back up to here. Okay, so because this is only really on the Y position, this should be nice and easy for us to execute. This will happen very quickly and come flying out, so this will be... Okay. And then we'll smooth out these curves. I guess we can maybe even get away with not having this keyframe here and just doing like a super aggressive huge swing here. Let's see. All right, so is that coming back down at all? Oh, I guess not, huh? So this should come back down at some point. Yeah, to like here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this maybe can do this. This can... I don't know if it's my playback that's like being glitchy. Oops. Oh, that's my playback. Okay, cool. Now we can mask this. So it is going to be masked by her hand. We need to create a solid here. Make it gray. Great. Turn the opacity all the way down on this guy. Now I'm going to just mask where the knife is going to be coming out of. So
chips all in the middle like it fall, no I won't flop. We gon' pop, pop, like a soda can top. To me this is nothing, call my bluff and I won't stop when I flex.
Okay, great. So now this layer is going to serve as a mask for the knife. Just like so. Okay. So now the knife, boom, will come out from her hand. And now it's being masked. See that? If we wanted to get really crazy, actually, we could get rid of... Here, I'm going to get rid of this mask, actually. Can I... How do I get rid of... Yeah, alright. So I'm going to get rid of this finger so that the knife actually looks like it's traveling from within her hand. So now it's going, yeah, it's going in front of the pinky and in between the hand. Sweet. So, turn motion blur on that knife. We are out of music. All right, let's go to peaceful hip hop. I can get behind that. Hold on, let's see peaceful hip hop. Hold on. All right, there we go. Okay. So far, so good. Pro tip, make his tat glow and the edge of the logo flare glow. Don't tell me that I need to rest. There is no resting in motion graphics work. All right, so this is what we've got so far. I heard one opinion that not feeling the glitch on the logo. Do you use Epidemic Sound? Yes, I do. I love Epidemic Sound. They are for sure the best royalty-free music site out there. Hands down, 100%. If you guys use this link, you can get a free trial on me if you sign up using my link. All right, so now what we're gonna do is come into this giant composition here, and I'm gonna start adding some motion stuff. So by 5 seconds, we want this thing to finish. We will start. All right, so we're gonna have all these little chevron things move. So we are doing it on the X position. And now we will... So this is where I was talking about. This is where it's really gonna make your animations kind of like, man, this person spent a lot of time on this. Because now some of these are going to be moving. And we can do some rotations on the squares. We can have these lines kind of floating up and down. Did I draw the character by myself? No, this is a character from... I wish I could fast forward the stream so you could be done sooner. Why? Then you're missing out on all the fun of making it. You're missing out on all the fun of making it. All right, so we will have... these guys float as well. So I'm going to make this real easy for myself, and I'm going to drop a wiggle position. On that guy. And then we are going to do 1 time per second at 50. That might be a little too much. Yeah, 50 might be too much. We'll do 20. And then I will start adding these wiggles to various elements in the background. And you may be thinking, this is literally nuts. Nobody's going to notice this stuff. You are probably right. You are probably right that nobody is going to notice this. But you know what? I know it's there. And that's what's important. All right, so we're also going to do some rotations. Some just 90-degree rotations. Okay, I'm going to turn this preview to 3rd resolution. Oh, so this is... Oh, I see. So I'm going to need to set a keyframe here for 90. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're just having these squares rotate. You can see that guy is rotating right there. And I'm now going to add this to whatever squares I feel like adding it to. We're not obviously going to have them all rotate at once. You kind of want maybe a couple of these elements doing their own thing. So maybe we'll start here on this guy. We'll add another one. Maybe this one over here. That'll get one. All right, let's see what we got going on now. So we got some of the elements that are floating. I think I would need to do probably a lot more of them in order for it to really, like this little chevron thing down here that's kind of just eventually sliding into place. I kind of like that. So yeah, we could probably do some more of those. Like this line here, which Lord knows where that is. Oh, okay, great. So position, we will shoot this guy over to here. I'm actually going to delete that so that this one, separate dimensions, X position, easy ease, do one of these, come down here, give it one of these, great. Now we've got that one going for us. So now this line is also kind of traveling on its own. We don't want to make it too crazy. We don't want it to distract. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Maybe we'll add a glow to the knife. Is it Glowfi that's the cool one? No, it's not Glowfi. It is just the regular ass glow. Why? Why? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is duplicate the knife. And maybe just do this, intersect. Then this won't have the glow on it. There we go. Okay, so this now will start. So we'll let this knife glow, cut the layer, and now we will have the intensity. Hold on, where do we want? All right, so we want it to be. Let's see. There's good. The radius. We don't want it to be that crazy. Instead of it being behind, we'll add it on top, which will help. No. No. Okay, there we go. Behind actually works better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a threshold or an intensity. I'm going to add an intensity wiggle expression. So by hitting Alt and clicking on the stopwatch, it's going to allow me to add an expression. So I'm going to go wiggle, and it's the intensity and then how many times per second, I think. So I'm going to wiggle it 0.5 comma 5 times per second. And now, in theory, if we look at this in full resolution, it is automatically kind of pulsating and glowing without me having to do anything. But I might want to change this. So it might be the other way around. It's 5 times per second at a rate of 0.5%. So now it actually is flickering. Yeah. All right, so it's how many times per second and then the value that you want it to actually flicker. So this is flickering 5 times per second at a rate of 0.5 on the glow intensity, which actually 5 times a second might be too much. So we might do 2 times per second, which is still going to make it flicker, but it's not going to be like insane. And so during this transition of it coming up, I'm actually going to just throw the opacity on this. And this isn't the proper way to do it. I should have put this in a pre-comp and kind of done it that way, but I'm kind of free-flowing this as I go, so I don't really know what I want to do yet. But now, oops. There we go. So now this knife, the opacity of it happens here as it shoots out of her hand. Boom. And now it's glowing. Ever so slightly. Cool. That's great. That's exactly what we wanted. Flickering glow. You can kind of see it there. Can you guys see it there? I don't know if you can see it on stream. It's almost like he does this for a living. Almost. I almost do it for a living. Okay, now what could be cool here, I'm going to save. What could be cool here is if we took this jet layer and we made it 3D. And what if, ladies and gentlemen, we rotated it kind of on the Y-axis. We could just give it a little bit of something here. That might complicate when we start doing the puppet tool, though. So maybe I'm not there yet. Although I don't know what happened to our character. Oh, there we go. She got moved in 3D space in some weird way. So I definitely think the hair is going to be one of the big things that we should certainly try to focus on. Please tell me that I didn't waste 5 minutes keying the knife and you're not even going to see it. Wait, what? What do you mean? Wait, did you key the knife? Unique one, where did you put it? Oh, guys, if you think the Discord isn't working, one of my mods said that you're looking at this and you're thinking it's discord.gg, it's invite.gg to get into the server. So type it in exactly as you see it. Wait, did you actually spend 5 minutes keying out the knife? Where did you post it? Finn. I always want to say Flynn. It's Finn Hitchcock. God, my nose is so itchy. God, it's the worst. All right, wherever you keyed the knife, let me know where you keyed it. If you dropped it in Discord, then I can find it. Will you post the stream on YouTube so I can properly rewatch everything? Yeah, I will do that. How long have we been up? For 2.5 hours? God, my nose is so itchy. This is so annoying. I don't know what's going on. Allergies? All right, guys. I do have Corona. Is there a way to give objects a slight extrusion with rounded edges? Yeah, if you use the Cinema 4D 3D extrusion thing inside of After Effects, you can do extrusions. So I think one way to actually really make the background images sell a lot more and just give it some constant movement is if I add an adjustment layer to this top section here, and I add a transform property onto it. And then I keyframe the scale. Yeah, we'll go like 110. And then by the end of this, at 5 seconds, it'll be at 100. This will help sell the movement of the background images a little bit more. And we can try to really jazz up. So like, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in the background that I think can be jazzed up a lot. Little individual movements of some of those elements, key elements in there, like this guy here. There's a lot of negative space on the right-hand side. Like even some of the text and stuff can be moving. It can type out, like learn how to edit stuff can type out. Live stream can type out. That kind of stuff. I think could be cool. Can you put on some Cinema 4D videos? I do not know Cinema 4D enough to teach it, but if I did, I certainly would. Do you know the Netherlands? Yes. We have an office in the Netherlands. All right, so now you see how the background is kind of moving independent from the rest. Pretty sick. And remember earlier when we did the shadow on its own layer? Do you guys remember that? If you've been watching since the beginning, you know that the shadow is on its own layer. So what I would like to do is by the time boom, jet hits here, I want the shadow length to be where it's at, 50. And then when it's over here, oh man, this is going to be crazy. So the direction is also going to have to change. So the angle will have to be straight over. Okay. We're going to try some craziness right now, guys. Getting crazy. Okay, so we want this to click. We want the angle to click over kind of like last. And we want the length to hello? Length, we want to also delay a while. So now the shadow is delayed independent from the rest of her movement, which could be kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of cool. I think the execution of it probably isn't right. Or maybe it's like she's landing, like the shadow needs to be done by like here. And maybe the angle actually shouldn't have any bearing. Yeah, it should just maybe follow the actual angle. It's maybe that. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I thought it was a good idea at first, but now I'm not so sure. We do a little bit of movement with the shadow, but maybe the aggressive delay in the shadow isn't the move. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so 270 is going to be... So maybe it will work because now the shadow is actually going to be directly horizontal. I thought it was a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea anymore. You know, I thought it was a good idea. But sometimes ideas can be wrong, guys. Let this be a learning lesson that ideas can be wrong. I do want to shrink the shadow, though. The shadow is a little aggressive here. So the blur is hella. And then we can cut down the length of it, actually. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. And we will do that. So we could do something in the background. We could add some texture. I think I saw somebody said texture. Tim wants to know where I can donate. If you'd like to donate, I think you can just donate straight in YouTube. I believe there is a button for you to donate to the stream. If you guys want to donate, obviously, super appreciative of you donating, but I will not ask that. I know how crazy shit is out there with coronavirus, so if you would like to donate to the stream, by all means. Shadow noise. Yeah, I was going to add a noise pass to pretty much everything once we get there. That's like one of the last things that I'm going to do because it is so CPU intensive. The shadow opacity. I think that we could probably darken the shadow up a bit. In all honesty. And now that we're not doing it directly horizontal, and we'll kind of match some of the lines. And maybe not do it as long. And we will increase the blur. A little. Yeah, that looks good. So in the original image, the one that we were animating from, by the way, for those of you just joining the stream, this whole thing came around from animating this still image. So this is the image that we were working with. This is just a still image. And we basically have recreated everything from the ground up into this motion graphic. So in the original image, there's like a map. You can see part of the map in the background. So we could do that. That's definitely something that we can do. Let me grab some of the map screenshots. Let's see if there's any good ones. I think this one probably is going to be the best. And then we will throw that here. And I'm going to push past the gun so that we don't see the gun and we just see elements of the background. And now I will change this from normal to overlay. Or screen, and turn down the opacity a lot. Screen might not be the move. Overlay might not be the move. Let's see if we darken it. Ooh, that's cool. And then we'll just kind of do that. Adding some texture in there. And what we could also do is we could, hey, Bacon Leaf with the $9.99 donation. Bacon Leaf, thank you so much. You, my friend, have just contributed at least 2 cups of coffee to the cause. All donations that are made on stream, absolutely 100% without question. I will not hesitate at all to just immediately take all that money and pump it into my coffee addiction. The reason that I do this and I'm able to sit here for hours and do all this stuff is because I am 100% addicted to caffeine. We'll leave it there. Thank you for the donation. And some of you might be saying, God, my nose, dude, this sucks. Some of you might be saying, I haven't seen you drink coffee once. Well, I've had a lot of coffee already today, so... But thank you, I'm much appreciated for the donations. Okay. What else should we do to this, guys? I mean, I know that we're going to do the hair and stuff, which is going to make a huge difference once we start animating the hair. That kind of stuff will make a big difference. What else can we do here? We can make the logo glow. We could add some of like the environmental smoke in there, similar to how I did the other motion graphic. Maybe instead of the glitch on the background, we could have individual parts of elements just start coming in like one at a time. We could do that. Any way that you can quickly go over how you used a color solid to mask out her hand for the knife effect again? Yes, absolutely, I can do that. So basically, what I'm using this solid for is a matte. And basically what a matte is it tells... So if I inverted this matte, so basically this is what the layer looks like if I were to turn this on. And what that is doing is that this layer is covering my knife, which is just sitting down there. I have to turn this off. So my knife is just sitting here. And eventually the knife comes up. But I don't want to just show it sitting there. I need to mask it out somehow. So I basically made a solid that looked like this. And now I am clicking on the knife layer, and I'm setting the knife layer to look at the solid as a matte. So I am doing an inversion matte, which now the knife is not seen, and it will only be seen once it crosses the boundaries of the solid. So now it's looking like it's coming out of her hand. If I were to do this as a normal matte, the knife would be sitting down here, and then it would disappear into her hand. So you can actually see especially if I turn off the motion blur. You can see that once this goes into her hand like that, you can see the knife in the outline of her hand because it's using that mask as a reference. So I'm using the mat inverted, so it looks like it's coming out of her hand because that's what the mask actually looks like. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to use mats. In a very quick explanation way. Hell yeah, coffee plus 5 stamina. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I don't know what I would do without caffeine, to be completely honest. Is the knife going to hover and float a bit? Yes, it is doing that right now. It is kind of going up and down, as you can see, and it is flashing. The center of the knife is kind of glowing. Little pulsating glow there. Zoom in the texture. You can make a glitch mask that changes the character. I could do that. The material on her belt should move too. The knife comes out too late, I think. The typography presets are pretty cool with the underline thing blinking. Yo, thanks a lot for your vids, man. After Effects is hella scary to start learning. That is false, but I appreciate the comment. Thank you. So the glitch is only on the person and not the complete frame. Okay, so he wants to change the glitch to be on her instead of on the background frame. Yeah, we can do that. So then we can start this here. I can copy this adjustment layer and paste it into the composition here. Oh wait, what's the thing? It's there. Nope. Paste. Oh no, that's not gonna work either. I would have to put this onto the jet layer. Okay, hold on. There's a way to do it. I don't want to do it this way, but it's the only way that I... So where do you want her to glitch, I guess? So she could come in, glitch here. So this is where she could glitch. I mean, it's just added atmosphere to this whole thing, as if she is glitching or the background is glitching, whatever it is. I know that Valorant actually does use glitch, like, in their marketing. They've been using some glitchy stuff. I can't send the drive links, by the way. Why is that? Post it in Discord! The knife seems like it's floating a bit high. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can reduce the float height of the knife. So the knife glow, I guess, will go to the knife itself. Oh, no. All of this shit with the position data will go away. And now this will be on here. Okay, great. The knife glow. So I'm going to actually hide that layer. Goodbye. Okay, so the knife height. We think the knife height is too high. Okay, so it ends here. So we can just bring this guy down a little. There you go, and then this will go up. So this then has to be copied here. This now can go away, and this will just come up ever so slightly. Okay. Now the knife height has been lowered. Oh, it's in general. Let me look on Discord. It needs a little roto work. All right, let's see. Let us see what we have gotten as a gift. Haha. What? Oh, I see. What? Why won't it let me do this? Why are there spaces in your URL? Oh my goodness. Spaces in your URL. Okay. It's not bad. It's hella glitchy. Hella glitchy. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got here. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I'm assuming you use some sort of green screen key thing, if I had to guess. All right, what do we got here? Let's see this knife. Okay, it's pretty cool. My fear is that it's going to you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the glitchiness of it, probably. Also, it's like hella low res in comparison to the rest of this image. Which I might be able to potentially sharpen. Let's see. What can I drop on this thing? Okay, contrast. Enhanced contrast. Okay, great. Exposure will brighten it up a little. The detail. So where did this come from? I'm so confused by this. Channel set matte. Okay. All right. I just did some wizard work on this. All right, for now, I'm going to mute the knife. And also the knife glow. And now we have... I boosted the exposure way too much. Way too much. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll certainly have to turn down the exposure. Let this thing render. Right now she stops, then glitches. I think it would be cool if she glitched into a stop. Got it. Have him remove the knife and just send the swoosh. Some of the little squares, lines scaled up in the foreground as like a third dimension. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. While I'm rendering this thing in full quality, I'm also simultaneously streaming at the same time, running a bunch of stuff. YouTube stream, OBS is running, I've got music playing, After Effects is working. Okay, this animation looks pretty cool. I don't know what... Oh, I see. Like this little thing looks, it's throwing me off, like, because it's like really noisy on the sides. And I don't know if that's because I'm crunching it too much. Maybe. This definitely needs to be brightened up though. Yeah, I think I'm certainly like crunching it just way too much. Let's see, brightness. A little bit of contrast to match. Great. All right, I think that looks pretty cool. All right, so now this knife comes in with her. All right, so you want her to glitch into a stop. Okay, so we're gonna glitch into a stop, which... Where does she actually stop? So she stops there, so we could have her glitch here. And then we'll have her stop there. So now she is glitching into a stop. Probably have it run for a little bit longer of a glitch. There we go. You son of a glitch. All right, what do we think, chat? Do we like the knife coming from her hand? Or do we like Unique One's 3D knife render that he was able to pull from the website that I just gave a little bit of brightness and contrast to? I don't know, I kind of like the 3D knife. The 3D knife is cool. Alright, I've got one knife from hand. I've got the 3D knife is better. Oh yeah, I see it. I'll fix that. Although I don't know how I'm gonna mask out. So what would I have to, I'd have to like line this up then. Man. That's kind of whack. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's part of the same scene. So you sent me stuff that I have to rotoscope? Bro. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you just send me something that's going to cause me to have to do a shit ton more work? I mean, it kind of blends. It's kind of blends. So it doesn't look like it's part of the same scene. So what can we do here? We could like two-tone the knife. We could two-tone the knife. Although I can't see anything. Oh, okay, so I'll do that before. I wish I could see this. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that one looks like, but okay, it's slightly better. I just feel like I'm going to spend so much time just trying to like blend this in. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, that's what I just did. I just dropped a Magic Bullet Looks on there to kind of glue it together a little bit more. Yeah, I could also fade the mask a little bit. I don't know how far over it goes. Oh, yeah. It only really goes to... Where's the farthest point? Let's see. The farthest point is there. Mother of God, why does it always do that? Every time. And then I will subtract that mask and feather it as well. Okay, that's a lot better. It blends a lot more. Because now we don't have that hard line. Daniel, is it Daniel Ha or Daniel H.A.? Either one. Thank you. He said I look really cool. First time ever in my life. Ooh, it's getting real hot in here. Oh. Oh, rendering is the worst. It's the worst part of this whole thing. My computer tower, like the lights change based on the CPU temperature, and it's just solid red. Okay, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I like the idea that somebody had about doing like the foreground elements, like the squares and stuff. I think that's a really good idea. I'm actually going to change this though from 110 to 105. And then I will do some foreground elements. Let's see. New null. Nope, not null object. I'm going to change my preview resolution to 1/3 quality. New shape layer. And we are going to add a rectangle and a fill. We're going to make the fill white. Let's first find out where so maybe like here and oops, maybe put one over her leg maybe. And right, so this will come in probably like here. Scale. Scale these up. Actually, it wouldn't really be scale, huh? It would actually be... Okay. It would be Z space. So now we have to do these in Z space. So position, and now we will position them like here, yeah. Which means I have to separate. Okay. This is what it takes, guys. This is what it takes. This is what it takes. This is what it takes. Epidemic sound. Okay, so this is gonna have to be hella blurred. No, I want the big one first. Yes. See, had I known this going in, it might have been a different story. Because we could have done it much more pro. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. See how we feel. It doesn't move with the rest of the logo. It moves like weirdly independently of the logo here. I'm gonna get rid of the knife for now. Not get rid of it, but I'm just gonna like mute it in the composition. I guess it just needs to like continue to move. Maybe that's why it's feeling so strange to me. Let's see. Where does the logo actually stop? The logo stops there. Okay, well, yeah, we could have these move as well. Could you feather the mask? Okay, I did that. Hi, hello, hello everybody. This might sound crazy, but maybe without the blur. I think that does sound crazy because elements in the foreground should be blurred. Maybe the blur is a little too intense. I might agree with you there. Yeah, I think the blur is the way to go. I think that maybe the blur is just too much, which I would agree with. Like maybe We'll drop it down by like a considerable margin. Might try to delay these a little bit. Like, have them come in, like, significantly later. Nah. Yeah, that's true. If you're blurring the foreground, you gotta blur the background too. Not sure how I feel about the foreground ones. I like the idea a lot. I think the execution of it, like, if I was going to do it that way, I should have done it in with the comp with, like, all of these little elements in it. Like, the whole thing should have just been, like, pushing through 3D space. Yeah, nothing's in 3D right now, so I think putting everything in 3D is going to be kind of a huge pain. I think I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it in 2D space here, just for the simplicity of it. Let's see. What do I got? I think it's atmosphere 6. Some nice smoke. Okay, let's see. Overlay. Overlay is not the move. Yeah. No. Oh, you did? Is it being delivered? Ah, amazing. Sure.
Right now?
What is it?
Like chicken fingers, buffalo cauliflower, and green beans.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll take it. Thank you. My wife got me food. I mean, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Maybe it's time to take a break. I don't know. All right, we're putting the knife back in. What am I applying the fractal noise to? Nice catch.
What's that?
Nice catch. Thank you. Say hi to the stream.
Hi.
It's okay. Thank you, Bubba. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff. What are you saying about the scissors thing? The logo? George. What's up, George? Right now I'm just doing a we're doing a motion graphic right now. Based on an image asset that I got with the game. Now, we have the 3D knife. We have the 3D knife. We also have the 2D knife that we got over here. So, lest we forget about this knife. So we still have that knife. Which I think does look pretty cool, but I gotta fix the way that the knife like stops. I gotta be able to fix that. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. This food is making me want to literally just go outside and eat it and rest. Which I might do. All right. I'm calling it. I'm calling the stream. What's the time? 3 hours and 24 minutes. We did it. So this is what we were able to accomplish in 3 hours. We obviously were, doing a lot of different stuff. There's a lot more that we could do with this. We can make all the individual elements of the background kind of move really independently from each other, give it a lot more life in the background. I really like the idea of doing the particles kind of in 3D space where you pass through them and then you reveal, kind of jet. That would be a little bit of a different method of doing this, I think. I would probably use like trapcode particular or something to have a particle field that we fly through that gives us foreground and background particles. I would probably have the camera pull out, you reveal the logo, and then you reveal jet, like it passes through her hand or something. Like the camera would pass through her hand, which would be moving. But yeah, I mean, I think that, for the time that we have, this is pretty good. I would probably still want to do the arm. I would want to still do the arm movement. Which, let's just quickly do that. Because I'm curious just to see if it would work. What mask is that? Wait, I'm confused. Intersect, great. Now we would take this and put this here. And then take this here. And then this, I guess, over the course of 5 seconds would something like that. This is just going to be a pretty crappy previs here, but in the main jet, we'd have to do the same thing and intersect this mask, invert, intersect. There we go. Now this is obviously not going to work the way that we want it to because the arm is going to be detaching. Okay, so it's going hella slow. So maybe this would have to be like when the knife comes out. Like this would already be done, basically. And so see, we have to adjust this mask. It's definitely not going to be perfect because I did it really, really fast. Because you can see the intersecting lines, but let's see. All right, so now you see your hand coming up a little bit. Quick question, HitFilm Pro or Creative Cloud? I need to decide. Creative Cloud, 100%. You have access to so many different things. Yeah, I think it's cool. The arm coming up is definitely something that's kind of cool. That, given a little bit more time, I think that's something that you can certainly have it be kind of a cool thing that happens like in conjunction with everything else. The arm moving and then falling. Same with the hair too. We can make the hair move. don't know if that's gonna look good. But screw it, dude. We're gonna render it in full quality. And it's gonna take forever. Why do you always mask a part for the puppet? Because if you don't puppet, if you puppet the entire thing and not just the one area that you're trying to manipulate, it's gonna start to warp other parts of the image and it's gonna make it look really, really weird. I've had interesting different interactions with using the puppet tool and doing it on the whole image as a whole, especially when you have like this image is like super high quality too, so if you did it on the whole thing and there's a lot of masking involved and stuff, it's just gonna look weird. How do I get Valorant? You go to playvalorant.com and you sign up with your Riot email, the one that you use to access Riot games. If you don't have any Riot account, create a Riot account, sign up for the Play Valorant closed beta, and then you have to watch Valorant streams starting on April 7th and 8th, and then Riot will randomly select you to get a closed beta key. And that is how you get Valorant. So I'm gonna let this render, and then by the time this renders, we'll watch it through, see what's up, and then the stream will be over. I want to say now, I really appreciate you guys coming in, saying hi, hanging out with me while we edit together this Valorant motion graphic. It's a cool thing. Super stoked for the game. Super stoked for more content coming out. Super stoked to continue to work on Valorant content at Team Liquid. So yeah, you know, we've had a good stream so far. It's been a good stream, but it's gonna have to come to an end at some point. Hey, Pirates in the chat. Everybody say hi to Pirates. Dope editor, edits all of Chap's videos. Fortnite player Chap, if you know who Chap is. Pirates is the guy who edits all that stuff. Very talented, very talented. You maybe also want to move from Premiere Pro to also use After Effects. Yeah, I 100% recommend using After Effects. I think that you 100% should. It's an amazing program. It's actually not as difficult as people think it is. A lot of people are scared or intimidated by After Effects for whatever dumb reason. But the reason this is taking so long to edit or to render is because we are making her hair move. So you can kind of see, do you see the strands of her hair? The front part of her bangs and her arm. Her arm is moving. It's a little parallax effect thing that we're doing here. So that's why it's taking so long to render, because we are rendering it in full quality, because I wanted to be able to see what this looked like at the end of it. The knife, I already know the knife animation is not the way that I would want it to be. I'm fully realizing that. Yeah, After Effects is great. After Effects is cheat codes for this kind of stuff. I'm wondering if I should just, I don't know, render this in lower quality or something. It's also in 60 FPS. It's getting there, it's getting there. Well, Pirates, you joined late into the stream, my friend. We are about 3.5 hours deep. We were working on cool Valorant stuff, but, you know, my wife brought me food. I'm now hungry. I want to go lay on the couch and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I got a long day at work tomorrow. While this renders, guys, one more time, we will throw in, if you want to join the Learn How to Edit Stuff Discord, this link right here will get you there. It is invite.gg, not discord.gg. For those of you watching, invite.gg/LHTES, Learn How to Edit Stuff. Type that in exactly. It will bring you to the server. Join in the server. Throw in the tutorial suggestion channel, what you guys want me to do as my next tutorial. Any cool motion graphic stuff that you see, any Valorant content, whatever you guys want to do, throw it up in the Discord. There is a cool community of people that have joined so far, and it is growing and getting bigger and bigger. So if you guys want to do that, do that. This link right here will get you a free trial to Epidemic Sound, the best royalty-free music in my opinion, that's out there today. 15 bucks a month will get you unlimited access to the entire library. All of their music is amazing. And if you use this link to sign up, your boy gets paid. So this is a nice little way for you to throw something my way and also get something for yourself. More importantly for yourself, because Epidemic Sound is the best. A is nice. Why can't they add camera projection? Top 5 plugins, go. Red Giant Universe. Neat video noise reduction. Handy seamless transition pack. Magic Bullet no looks. No, Magic Bullet just Colorista suite, like the Magic Bullet color suite. And plugins. Does it have to exist inside of whatever? Video Copilot, Element 3D. Those are my top 5 plugins. Literally any of the Red Giant plugins. Like I could have named the entire Red Giant Complete suite as my top 5 because those are the ones that I use for sure, without a doubt, the most. I use the Red Giant stuff every day for every project, for every situation, because it just works for all of it really nicely. All right, your boy is sick of waiting. Let's see what just the first 2.5 seconds looks like. Nice, we got the hair movement in there a little bit. It's a little robotic. It probably would have looked a little bit nicer if we would have done like some of the ponytail hair as well. We got the background elements that are moving. We got the knife that comes out, starts animating. The hand is being animated. And guys, this is all coming from a project that I did for Team Liquid, which, did I drop that in here? I didn't. I can though. Hold on. So this is all stemming from an intro sequence that I did that looks a little like this. So I took this Valorant image and I turned it into a show opener for the character videos that we were doing for TL. So this basically was just one static image that I then took and animated all different parts of. So that's where this little Valorant project was coming from, was stemming from a couple people asking me how I did this. And so I figured I would go through step by step my process in getting it to, you know, at least be at this point. I just rendered this. Why does it have to re-render? Come on, After Effects. Get your shit together. But yeah, this is kind of what we made today. Independent background elements. We've got a little map texture in the background here. All of the elements are independent from each other. The shadow is independent from the character. We cut her out. We started doing some movement in her body and in her hair and in her extremities. Looks really cool. Definitely needs to be smoothed out a little bit, but this was kind of user generated. A lot of you guys were throwing me different suggestions and things to do, and we did them, and it ended up being pretty cool. My cache is definitely not full. I have a 500 gig internal SSD just dedicated to my After Effects cache. There's no way that I think that it's full. All right, guys, that's it for me. I am calling it here at the 3 hour, 40 minute, and 39 second mark. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. I will keep this stream up on my channel for you guys to go in and take a look at afterwards. We did a lot of really cool stuff for this stream, so I will keep it up on my channel. So look out for that a little bit later. If you guys missed the first half of this, you can see all the painstaking work it took to mask out this character from the rest of the background. So pretty cool stuff. We went from a still image that looked like this. Oh God. Which one was it? Nope. Nope. This was the image that we started with right here, guys. This was just a still image that Riot gave me. So from this still image to this motion graphic version of it. Pretty cool stuff. So you are not limited by having yourself just one static still image. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Very much appreciated. We're going to go full screen for this one. I will be posting in the Discord when I'm going to be streaming again. So make sure that you guys pop into the Discord. I'll go back so you guys have the link. invite.gg/LHTES. Learn how to edit stuff. Join the Discord. Ask me questions there. And hopefully I'll get some time this week to actually stream some of the work that I'll be doing for Team Liquid. Usually I can't do it because it's like NDA stuff, but maybe I'll find a project that I can work on and, you know, I'll stream again since we're all just sitting inside doing nothing. But thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. I will leave you now with the standby screen. Thank you for joining the stream. Peace.